guys, and welcome back to yet another How Does Minecraft Work? We are back at our secret destination where we have our laboratory. Let's head in today and see what today's experiment will hold. Today we are going to talk about dirt and dirt blocks and how the different dirt blocks work in this world. So we are going to have a look at these. The dirt block is most commonly found on the top level of anything in the overworld. You can have different areas such as sand in desert biomes, but dirt is the usual thing to find, and on top of dirt you can find stuff like grass, and this is how it looks like if it's underneath or in the ground. Let's have a look here then. Let's begin with the first experiment, because there isn't too much you can do with dirt. You can't really craft anything with it, but you can make it grow stuff. However, if we light these two different blocks on fire, we're gonna show you something different here. I showed you the same with stone, and in this case there is something that makes one of these burn for just a little shorter time than the other one. Both blocks carry fire quite well and they keep it for quite some time. And as you saw, I started the fire on that one and I lit the ungrassed dirt block after. The grass block tends to maintain fire just for a little longer time, letting it be able to spread to adjacent grass blocks. Now, as you saw here, the fire stayed on top of the blocks, and this is something that's quite important when you play around with fire if you want to do that. But that was pretty much it. You see that there is a random timer on how long fire stays to them, but in general fire tends to stay on a grass block rather than just a dirt block. Just a little bit longer. So we are going to go into what one of the greatest use for dirt blocks is, and that is mining. So if you craft yourself a hoe, which is this, it's a wooden hoe. It can also be called a rake in some countries. And if you press or right click on the dirt block, it will change the top tile so it becomes farmland. And you saw it turn back there. I wasn't doing anything, so I do this move and it uses up a little bit of the durability on the tool. And the reason it turns back is because it doesn't have water or a water source nearby. It will turn back quite soon. However, if you do it on a block like this, you lose the grass block and everything. You can also destroy the dirt and the farmland by jumping on it. And you have to make sure that you land in the square that the block is. And if you accidentally do that, all you need to do is take your hoe again and make sure that you put the that you right click on the block. Now I'm gonna show you something here, and that is, as I said, the reason these don't stick around for too long in the farmland mode is because there is no water source nearby. There is a likelihood that somewhere in this world there might be a water source very nearby. But if you do this, you can see how far out the water goes from a water source. And as you see here, it usually reaches 3 blocks away from the water source. And I've read somewhere that water can actually extend as far as 7 zones, but I've never really put that to test because sometimes you can lose crop when you do that. So in order to maintain the best possible practice, put a water source and 3 dirt blocks, and there you have your farmland. It makes the most efficient use of space as well. And as you saw here, I have a 7 long area of dirt. And if you want to, you should take this piece out instead and put water in the middle. So let's take the water out of here, put the water in the middle, and you will see these will convert into this, which means also that the block has been irrigated, that is being fed water, and can therefore sustain growing of crops. You can grow crops on one of these as well, but I think it goes quite slowly. Crops are also growing at various rates, and I think the time is about 1 day or 20 minutes if you plant wheat. And if you grow wheat, it will take about 20 minutes in game for you to have a new wheat plant and seeds that you can plant all over again. Well, this has been Dirt Block, and as I said, it has very little use, and you see this one has turned back again. You can use these early in the game when you start the game first to construct a shelter. And if you know what pillar jumping is, which is when you have a stack of dirt, you can just jump and place under yourself. So you look down and you place, jump, place, jump, place, jump, which is called pillar jumping. So if you get caught out at night, just make sure you have 20 of these. Jump up all the 20 pillars up high, and then you should be out of reach from any archer. They shouldn't be able to find you, and you should be safe for the night staying up there. However, you may fall off if you're that high up, so be careful when you do it. Well, this was How Does Minecraft Work, and today's episode was about dirt blocks. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time. So like, subscribe, and please leave comments.